Hi there, welcome back. I'm Frozemelon, and today we'll be starting a completely new arena run, and we'll jump in and see what we get for the draft. Okay, so I've played all these. I've just had a mage one, so I don't really fancy it. Apparently, Druid isn't that great at the moment. Walk is probably the better choice, but you know what? I fancy playing a bit of Druid. Let's see what shenanigans we can get up to. So, Lion's Guard is a good card to have. I'm always going to pick that there. I'll pick the Nightmare Amalgam there for a 3-drop that can synergize with the stuff. We'll take the 7-drop there. That can be quite a pain in the backside to deal with. That's not great. Have no 4s, so I'll pick the 4 up. It's an okay 3 there. I'll pick the Iron Dwarf there. Just having it on the board is going to be quite useful. Pick the Flesh Eating. It's a 3-drop to play. See, that's not a bad card. It does trade into a good amount of stuff, but dealing 3 damage to me is probably not great. I'll just pick up the Oasis Thrasher there. Might come useful to get Discover cards. So I'll pick the 2-drop, and yeah, the Meeting Stone. I talked about this card before in some of my other runs, which sort of early recorded ages ago, which is just how annoying this card is to deal on turn 1 with. Okay. So if control Frozen and getting armor, it's kind of pointless. Control lowest cost cards, cycle, quite good. I'll pick up 3 mana card there. It's got poisonous. It's a big taunt. I can just put down sort of late game, or if I want to be greedy, I might take the 3-drop just because I want to have something on board for all these cards. I'll take the 8-drop there. That can be useful to remove stuff. Again. Iron Dwarf, pretty good card. Okay. So this is a point where, like, this technically does draw 2 cards when it dies, but I'm still going to take that 3-drop there. I'll take the 5 because I want something a little bit later. Don't think this is great. I'll pick the 2 just so I can move a weapon as well. Composting. It's not bad if I have a board, but I'm not sure if I'm going to have a board that much, so I'll take the Royal Guard there. I'm not going to have many cards in hand. I don't like this card, gives my opponent too much tempo. I've got the Loot Order, so I'll pick that up. The Ramp. Don't think the Ramp's that good. I guess I'll pick that up with 1-drop. Just because it's going to be something there. I'm more likely to have something on board with the way that I'm going at the moment, so I will pick this 4-drop up. Because I've got so many 3-drops and such. It's not bad, 6-drop, but I think getting a good 1 mana card is going to be good. Dark Iron Dwarf again, that's the 3rd one we've got. Don't have any nature spells, I think, at the moment. So I'm probably not going to be picking that. This could be good for like a ping to the board. Death Rattles cost 1 less. I'll pick the Dragon up there, try and temper out my opponents. Again, I'll pick the 2 mana card there, that gets a good weapon removal off it. Yeah, I'll pick that as a 3-drop up. You can buff my hand, maybe get like 1 buff off. Destroying a secret. I'm going to pick the Peasant up here. Drawing card early game is going to be quite useful. The Cyclone Silencing a minion is really good, so I will pick that up. And I pick the 1 up again for a rush. I do have a way of attacking, but I think the Peasant here is probably the better choice. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. So that's the draft up there, so we'll jump into the first game and see how we get along with that there. Okay, so the first game is against a Shaman. Let's see how we do. Got a 1. Technically, this is not a 2, but I do have my hero power. We'll toss the 5, hope we get a 2, which we do. And we'll see how we play from here. And that is one of the reasons why I like having this card straight away, because like if you get the rush one as well from the adventure, it's quite a dangerous thing to have. This will normally respond with them calling out an answer.
Do you need a blessing?
I'm going to use the hero power here. I want to keep this alive. I've got quick answers and I can play a bit more tempo out next turn if I want to. Get the 1-1, that's good.
Two axes, twice as good.
But I hope everyone's doing alright today. It's kind of halfway through the video, but I hope everything is going okay for everyone else out there. Got the rush here as well, which is quite nice. What is the play? Well, I want to hero power, hit that, then trade 2 in, then probably play something.
For the wild. I'm already dead.
Put the spell damage out. I myself am doing alright, so it's been quite a nice day outside. Went out for my usual morning run, and then kind of getting set up for tea later this evening, as it is my day off today. Okay, so my opponent is just playing a rather big minion out.
Mind if I roll knee?
I'm hitting that because it guarantees the trade here. If he trades into anything else, then I can just hero power it down. I've got no choice but to make the trade, otherwise he'll do it anyway. Something weak.
None can stand against the Serpent Lords.
It's not that bad. So 2, 2, and 2.
Twice as good.
So this is an opponent where I want to be probably a little bit careful, I was going to say.
What have we here?
But I guess that doesn't matter.
Get out of my way. You owe me.
Everything looks up to code.
Good news is they don't have much they can do this turn, so. Yeah, this is sort of one of those games where you can never really guarantee what your opponent's going to be doing.
You call that a weapon?
Surprise inspection.
For the wild.
At the moment, I'm just trying to make sure that I can kind of stave the damage. This comes down being sort of a 6-10 is a pain in the backside for them to deal with, so that is what I'm looking at here. and hopefully they don't have any other cards that can do any worse, okay, like anything else to me. I'm assuming this is going face. No. Okay.
Do you have an audience with the king?
That's what we'll do there. So I've got this as lifesteal, I can gain health with this as well, so it's not too much of an issue. But this being quite big now on this turn is a problem for my opponent. Again, this is why I wanted to play something alongside it, because a lot of people keep picking this card at the moment. So they gain spells, which gives them essentially 2 bits of removal. Something else along alongside the current removal, which is what I think he's going to pick here.
I believe in second chances.
That's fine, it's just a card goes back into his deck that he's already had.
Armor! Like these armor!
It's harvest. For the wilds.
So the choices are what my opponent will probably end up doing. Like this goes into this goes into that, this goes into that. Is probably what the best solution would be to the board at the moment. Which means that my hero power wants to go there. I'm on 17 health. You have 5, 8. I take 4, which is on 12, which is on 5. I can't afford that if he goes face, so I'll have to do it next turn. So what I did there was a kind of a small amount of calculations based upon what my opponent could have in hand. Like I'm expecting like maybe like a lava burst, something like that in a hand. Would be something where he's got 5 damage quite easily. This trade was obviously happening anyway, which is why I wanted to kind of preempt it, just in case I got some of the bigger late game drops in my deck.
I awaken. Let me tell you. For the wild.
I'm going to take a risk by putting this out now. There we go, that made quite a nice big minion there for me. I know he gets the trade here, but there's not much I can do about it. It's just unfortunate that that perpetual flame that they had did what it's supposed to, essentially. So I'm assuming like these are answers or burst in hand, more than likely. So it is a bit of a shame. There's not much you can do around to play around that perpetual flame. I think the card is like really overpowered, and majority of the time you're playing it just after your opponent has like set up a board and used a lot of resources.
For the wild.
Rerolving here is probably the better choice. Maybe get something better, but I don't really want to give them 2 minions on board. I'm not going to have anything else to play. So let's do it. See what I get. Turned out okay.
That's incredible.
What they get off my deck. I guarantee you now. Oh, that's kind of funny.
For For the wilds.
So, if you're wondering why I found that kind of funny, is the fact that, yeah, I generated this card myself randomly, put it in my deck randomly, and then they just happened to swap for that one particular card. Has no weapons, so this is not the heal totem. I can hit, then hit that. I'm thinking like in hand they've got burst. And that's a pretty good big minion. Hit that. Hit that. So I want to try and keep myself above. I'm going to put a figure on it, about 8. Oh no, he's just being extremely greedy with that card. So my opponent decided not to play that minion for quite some time.
Good tickets don't come cheap.
We're gonna rip you apart.
Or this one either.
Yeah, let's brawl.
So this goes there.
Stand down.
This kills off that.
For the wilds.
I'm going to kill as many minions on the field as I can. I'll make sure I keep this alive. That is not... Is it?
What have we here?
For the wilds.
A place to hide.
So I'm going to make the trade there. I can't let that stay on board. I've got good enough on board to make sure I can kind of trade into stuff, so it's a little bit of a longer game here going on at the moment. So really grinding out our resources.
Strike harder.
There we go.
Life is an afterthought.
My duty is to the king.
So there. Here a power face, then trade that off. Okay. This game looks like a win from here. My opponent's actually got a pretty good deck. They seem to synergize quite well. It's one of those moments where sometimes you're not too sure if the deck's good or they just picked everything they needed. I've got to take this off the board. I take 1 in retaliation, I'm on 9.
Gotcha.
I've got 2 either way.
Place to hide.
Can't make the trade in return. So hit, hit, push face, play the poison divine shield. Still on 5, so we have a good chance of dying too. There's a good amount of minions that do 5 damage. Or even 4. So I do want to be hero powering every turn.
I got a good feeling. Me too.
It's the only thing sometimes with
What? For the wilds.
I'm going to make the tradable aspect here because I'd rather get something else. I'll hold that in hand because I think having it as an 8-3 might be more beneficial. No, I said this game my opponents played well. They've had a few sort of good luck cards they picked up, but they played extremely well in this game. And again, this is why I kind of kept this in hand. This way I can kind of finish the game a little bit quicker. But this game is a good example of sometimes knowing when to push damage to face, because there are a couple of times where I think if my opponent just pushed to face, this game would have been over probably a few turns ago. I'm making both those trades anyway.
For the king.
But I'm giving no chance for my opponent to come back here. I don't want like a Lucky Bloodlust or some sort of Wind Fury card to come out and just literally be like, oh, I lose. I'm back at 8 health, so there we go. Oh, I said thank you much for watching this very exciting game there. So using all my brain cells. So if you do like these videos, again, do leave a comment and subscribe as well, and I will see you in the next one.